Good morning, everybody. So today we are out on this chilly November morning, but it's still lovely outside before it starts to snow because I need to cut back my hydrangeas. And I'm gonna just let you see exactly where my hydrangeas are going. You can see here, this is my hydrangea bush, which started out as about 1.5 feet tall this summer and ended up taller than I am. So we got to cut that down. We also have to do some digging out of some extra parts this fall as well. Like that bush, we need to bring that down. These beautiful little bushes as well. But what we really need to cut down, because I ignored it the last couple of years, is this beauty right here. So this is another hydrangea bush, and you can see it's kind of sparse, but it bloomed really well. It's just that it was all over the place. So we got to cut that down. So join me when I do this. So as you can see, I've just started cutting into this beautiful beast, and I'm bringing it back to be about 1.5 to 2 feet tall, because for some reason the soil in this garden grows astronomically well, and I do not know why, but it's specifically on this side of the house. So here we have some of the remnants of what I've taken off the tree or the bush, and the funny thing about it is that I just did the same thing for my rose bush and I couldn't touch half of it. But nice thing about this hydrangea bush is there's nothing prickly on this, so yeah. So here we have it, guys. Here is the end result. You're seeing my old hosta things behind it. We got to clear that up. But here is the hydrangea bush. And I know you're probably thinking, what are you doing cutting that all down? But if I don't do this, it will end up so big I can't contain it here. And Winston's also come to visit us, so say hi to Winston. Yeah, so all the hydrangea bush is right there. I'm going to go throw it out in the woods, and stay tuned for more. Winston also decided to join us in the wheelbarrow. It's kind of his favorite place to be. So here you can see I just emptied out the the hosta that we had behind the hydrangea. And basically I just cleaned up all the extra stuff that was laying around that had died from the frost that we already had. And so every year that'll grow back up. And I actually already dug out 2 different hostas at 2 different places here, but they grow so crazy on this side of my house for some reason that we had to remove them. Now I also have this rose bush here, as you can see, and the rose bush grows also uncontrollably, and it technically could be cut down even more. However, for now, this is where I've cut it down to. So let's go check out the other hydrangea on the other side of the house. So as I came around the house this morning, I'm noticing my rose bush. It's a wild rose bush I actually had transplanted from my grandparents' house. I love these roses because they're so fragrant and lovely. However, it also came with it a hosta in the base. Now the hosta's already grown and died, and as you can see, there's some remnants there. However, I have cleaned up everything I can without puncturing my hands with multiple punctures due to the rose bush branches. So it's kind of hard when you deal with rose bushes. Wear something thick that won't be punctured through, but always a good idea to wear something protective. Also, as I'm going along, I see one of my succulents. Now this succulent has seen better days, as you can see. Honestly, the frost hasn't hit it horrendously yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all that up, so join me. Now, what's really odd about this year is we've had a very warm fall and a very cool summer, or at least a very rainy summer. So right now is November 11th, and here you can see that there's actually buds coming out of the ground. Now, they won't last the winter, but this succulent will regrow in the spring. Now, once we're done with this, which I am, we're heading over here to my other hydrangea bush. Now, like I say, I've had this for 3 or 4 years. First couple of years did not grow so well. For some reason, this side of my house is polar opposite to the other side. And here, I didn't cut it back last year, which I should have, because you can see there's some really short bushes at the bottom and really tall pieces of branch at the top. So I gotta cut this all to about the same size so that this spring it'll grow and bloom properly. And now you can see I've trimmed her all back, so it's quite a far cry from when it was like almost up to our window upstairs here. So now we have it completely pruned back. So we're all ready for the spring next year. Now let's go check out the patio furniture we need to tackle next. So now that I've got the gardening all done, I'm heading towards the deck. So on our deck we have a table, which is a fire table, so it's quite heavy, and we also have 4 comfy chairs that with it. We have a container for our deck box, and we have a barbecue. So every year we have to put this away in our garage. So this year I've decided to change up a little bit of things. So I'm just going to flip you around so you can see. Underneath these seats here, or these covers, which is our chairs, lift them off. Here we have cushions, and these cushions are amazing and wonderful, and last year we actually kept them right on the chair with the cover on it. However, we do have squirrels and mice and other rodents up in our garage, which is detached from our house, as you can see. And so we want to make sure that these stay safe and live for a very long time. So I'm going to pack them away in bags. Then I'm going to cover up the chairs, and we're going to get them in the garage. So come on with me while I do that. So just like that, we've finished everything, cleaning off the deck. As you can see, it is empty. However, we do have a couple things like the barbecue and the deck box that needs to be put away. So we're gonna actually get some extra help to finish that off. But otherwise, we've put everything away for the winter, and looking forward to seeing everything back out next spring. But until then, we will have it packed away properly. And yeah, I thank you so much for joining us today. If you liked what you saw, feel free to leave a comment and like and subscribe. See you next time.